Om Namo Narayani. Good morning, good evening, wherever we are all joining in from. Today is our 107th week of Sri Lalitha Sahasranamam class for beginners, and we will be looking at Sri Lalitha's names from 741 to 747. We are like 3/4 already into the yagam, just another 250 or so more left. In this long journey, we've completed 2 years of the yagam and the weekly classes. Let us begin with the prayers. Jnana-rūpāya vidmahi Shaktiyam-sāya dhīmahi Tanno Shaktiyam ma prachodayāt. Om Jnana-rūpāya vidmahi Shaktiyam-sāya dhīmahi Tanno Shaktiyam ma prachodayāt. Om Jnana-rūpāya vidmahi Shaktiyam-sāya dhīmahi Tanno Shaktiyam ma prachodayāt. Om Sarvamangala-mangalye Shive Sarvartha-sadhike Sharanye Trayambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Om Sarvamangala-mangalye Shive Sarvartha-sadhike Sharanye Trayambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Om Sarvamangala-mangalye Shive Sarvartha-sadhike Sharanye Trayambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Mavid Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Dhyanam Sindhuraruna-vigraham Trinayanam Manikya-maulisphurattaranayaka-sekharam Smita-mukhi Mapina-vakshoruham Panibhyam-alipaurnaratna-chashakam Raktotpalam Bibhratim Saumyam Ratna Ghatastha charanam dhyayet paramambikam dhyayet padmasanastham vikasita vadanam padmapatra yatakshim himabham pitabhastram karakalitalasadhima padmam varangim sarvalankarayuktam satatam abhayatam bhaktanam ram bhavanim Shri Vidyam Santamurtim Sakala Suranutam Sarva Sampat Pradatrim Sakunkuma Vilepanam Alika Chumbi Kasturikam Samanda Hasitekshanam Sachara Chapa Pasankusam Vasisha Janamohini Marunamalya Bhushojvalam Japa Kusuma Bhasuram Japa Vidhau Smaredambikam Arunam Karunatarangitakshim Dhrutapasankusapushpabanachapam Animadhibhiravratam Ayukai Ahamityeva Vibhavaye Mahisi Om Aim Hrim Shreem Om Namo Narayani Om Shreem Shreematre Namah Swaha Om Namo Narayani. Let us begin with Sri Lalitha Narayani's 741st name. Om Shri Rambhādivanditayai Namah Swaha Om Shri Om Shri Rambhādi Vanditayai Namah Swaha Namah Swaha Om Shri Om Shri Rambhādi Vanditayai Namah Swaha Namah Swaha Om Shri Rambhādivanditayai Namah Swaha Om Shri Rambhādivanditayai Namah Swaha Om Śreem. Salutations to Sri Lalitha, who is adored by Rambha and other celestial damsels, Apsaras. We have mentioned about them when one of our names was Om Shreem Gandharva Sevitayai Namah Swaha. These celestial musicians and the Apsaras, the celestial dancers, they are dancers and they are very, very, very beautiful. They are renowned for their beauties and their dance, and they have a lot of supernatural powers. They can change their forms, they fly in the sky, and they are dancers in the court of Indra. Indra, among all the devas, he's the king of all the devas, And in his celestial court, these celestial dancers, Rambha, Urvasi, Menaka, like anything to do with beauty, people refer to it as, oh, she thinks it's like Ramba, she's like Urvasi, Menaka, Urvashi. So it's like they are like the benchmark for beauty. And we are talking, the ultimate benchmark for beauty is Sri Lalitha Narayani herself. And when you see that, when you see the different alankars of Narayani, and we are starting Navratri from the 15th. So today is the new moon, and from the Pradhamai, the first moon phase, if we recall our Nitya Devis and the full moon and then the new moon, and from the new moon, today's the new moon, and then the waning moon phase of Pradhamai, Dvidiyai, the first, second, third, up to the 10th, which is the 10 days of Navratri. Nava is 9 and Ratri is at 9 nights, and the 10th day is the Vijayadasami. Every day you see Narayani's decorations, the way the alankar, as we call it, the alankaram for her for each day is each different aspect of the divine. And it many years there are different alankars for her. And even beyond Navratri, every day when you go to see her, the alankar that's done for her with the sari, the cloth, the vastram, the jewels, and all the flowers, and all the alankar. Each day she's like the stunning beauty. So, and it is from her the celestial damsels, the apsaras, have come from. So they carry her beauty, it's ingrained in them from Sri Lalitha Narayani. And it is also said that they adore her, like Gandharvas worship her, everyone worships her, and these apsaras, Rambha, Adi, when the Adi comes attached to some of the names, along with that, all of them, the rest of them, Urvasi, Menaka, Tilotama, Ghritachi, and there are like some quote 26 topmost, 34 topmost, some say thousands of these court dancers, and they are so beautiful. And there are different stories as to how they came about. One of them is that sage Kashyapa Muni, Kashyapa sage, and his they were born to him as the couple, and his Patni, the wife, sage's wife, and they are his daughters. Another one that says is when the ocean, we come back to the ocean churning, from which everything came finally, the Amrit from Dhanvantri, and we saw the Mohana, Mohini, and so many beautiful things came. And Mahalakshmi also is often called as the one who was born of the ocean. She comes, rises from the ocean, and she garlands Vishnu. And did she exist before that? As Narayani, yes, of course, she is Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati. So even before the concept of Vishnu came, and the Asuras and Devas are churning, and only after that Mahalakshmi manifests. This form came there, her energy is always there, because in many places Narayani and Mahalakshmi are equated as the one ultimate, the primary one. Lalita Narayani, Lalita Mahalakshmi, Lalita Mahatripura Sundari. So Mahalakshmi also is all of that, but in the churning, it says that she manifested from the ocean and garlands Vishnu. And it is said that these beautiful apsaras came from the ocean, they manifested in the other explanation. And it seems the Asuras and Devas, neither of them wanted to marry them, so they remained like that as celestial nymphs, and they are free to go about. And their beauty is so captivating. It is said if when sages or anyone doing deep tapas, penance, And there are different distractions that come in the process to attain that goal, the ultimate goal, whatever we are seeking. There are always obstacles we face at different levels, and it gets more advanced, more subtle it becomes, and stronger it becomes. So it determines the capacity of the mind to sustain with the goal to move on. Or sometimes the mind can say, this is enough, I'm happy with whatever I've reached. But in the process, like it is said, like Vishwamitra the sage, when he, many sages, it happens when they go into deep tapas, penance, then as a result of like fruits of action, like when they do the tapas, they get their boons or their powers from that. And there are others who don't want them to get powers, like Indra. Often it's said that he gets shaken and jittery when the sages start doing strong tapas or big huge yagams happen. Then they are going to get more and more powerful, so he feels his seat is getting threatened, so he sends the apsaras to distract them. And we also see in Buddha, when he is in his deep meditation, so many distractions come for him, including all the beautiful women, ladies. So all these are the apsaras coming to cause distraction, because they've been sent by Indra on a mission to distract them from their tapas and their goal. They also distract asuras in their tapas, so asuras don't finish their tapas to get even more powerful, and which many of the devas would want, because they don't want the wrong to become powerful. They are on the right side, but even on the right side, they want checks and balances, that they remain supreme and stronger. But sages are on their own by themselves. It's only them and the divine. So Indra and others are not in their realm. They can supersede them in their tapas and in their goal, whatever they're doing. They have so much, it's called tapa valime. They have so much strength from the tapas. And that is the vairagya, that total commitment and that dispassion and that focus of in that deep meditation and just that one pointed focus, everything falls and the inner fire burns brighter and brighter, the tejas, and it just starts glowing and the power becomes stronger. They are getting so much closer to the divine through these tapas. And the good and the bad, many others want to distract them. And one of the ways to distract them is to send these beautiful enchanting apsaras. So Rambha and the others, they also worship Sri Lalitha Narayani. Every form has the potential to worship. It is inherent to worship the source we came from. Like we worship, we have so much joy, attachment to so many of the things which we love. But to love the divine, the source from which we all came, it needs that vision, that inner vision to understand the significance of this, the importance of this, to connect back to the roots, to the source. And once we understand the depth of this, automatically the reverence comes. We look at the vastness of the sky, the beauty in nature, the ocean, the vastness of things. Whatever you go into, the grandeur of things, whatever draws you, you have love, you love that, you start appreciating it and you develop reverence for it. And the cause of all this is her. And even though we see her in all the various forms, in the Maya form, to understand she is that one, that Brahman, the unqualified Brahman, to have reverence for that is not easily given. It is a seeking that comes from, as we see in the names today, it is a blessing from her. And it is a great gift to know that connection to the divine, to have that love for the divine. And the apsaras, wherever they are, whatever they are doing, they adore, they are connected to their source, the root, Sri Lalitha Narayani, they adore her. Vanditayai, Vandanam is bowing down, the prayer, the worship. So that is adoration and their worship of her. And Ramba, one of the commentators' text calls it, this is the subtle meaning, Hrilekabija. Śreem, Hra. So these are the subtle bij mantras. They are incorporated in the Panchadashi mantra. So apart from all the various things we've mentioned, the subtle inherent meaning of these is the bij mantra, the Hrileka bija. The 742nd name. Śreem Bhavadāvasudhāvrishtyai namah swaha. Śreem Śreem Bhavadāva Sudhāvrishtyai namah swaha. Namah swaha. Śreem Śreem Bhavadāva Sudhāvrishtyai namah swaha. Namah swaha. Śreem Śreem Bhavadāva Sudhāvrishtyai namah swaha. Śreem Bhavadāva Sudhāvrishtyai namah swaha. Śreem. Salutations to Sri Lalitha, who is the raining of nectar that puts out the wild fire of samsara. The life we all go through, the ocean of life is the samsara. Or another interpretation for this is salutations to Sri Lalitha, who bestows Shiva, the Bhava, and bestows wealth and moksha. When we look at the first interpretation, Bhava, Bhavani, Bhavan is the one who creates, who manifests from Bhavani. So Bhava is what is manifested. Dava is like the forest fire, the wild fire. So this entire creation, the samsara, as we are all caught up in this duality, we are living our life. In this samsara, we are caught up in this endlessly, in this ocean of life and birth and death, this repeated cycles. It is an ocean, a quagmire that we don't know how to come out of. Once we are in the path, we understand the source, that we have to go back to her, and yet we are caught up in it. So it's just a desire, an understanding, but we don't know how to come out of it, to come to that source, that state of bliss that she is, of love, light, wisdom, all that, the soul qualities that we talk of, all that she is, the Brahman qualities, the state. We don't know how to come out of this cycle of birth and death and this karma of good and bad, constantly creating karma. It's a cycle we are repeatedly going through. And she is the one who can shower this, like the rain of nectar, this wild fire that burns this forest of samsara, as it's called, samsara, this endless continuation of birth and death, this cyclical living in the realm of Maya. To go beyond that, she's the one who can, the fire that can put out all this. Like the rain that puts out the fire, she is that rain that can put out this fire of samsara. Bhava Dava Sudha Vrishti, that Sudha Vrishti is that rain, that's beautiful rain, that sweet nectar of rain, that of release from this samsara. Another way of interpreting this is breaking it up as Bhavada Vasudha Vrishti. So Bhava, da is giver. Bhava, the one who takes us Bhavan is Shiva, rising beyond the realm of samsara, the one who creates, going back to the creator. Bhava, she gives Shiva. Vasudha, we've seen earlier, gems and wealth and all the precious stones and wealth. Vasudha, she is the giver of all the wealth and prosperity. So she, Vasudha Vrishti, she showers it on us like the skies have opened with her blessings. There's a shower of her taking us to the moksha, the salvation, to the Shiva state, and the shower of the prosperity and wealth. Normally, we say that when you want moksha, you have to let go of all the materialistic wealth and all the materialistic goodness. So if you're caught up in materialism, you don't get that, the moksha. If you get moksha, then you let go of the material wealth. So they cannot coexist. You let go of one when you gain the wisdom. It's literally the mind doesn't become attached to it. Even though the wealth is there, the mind doesn't go craving for it and working for that, and like a deep craving, desire, just focusing on wealth and accruing all that. And if you're in the path of moksha, salvation, you're so caught up in that, wealth doesn't draw you. And when you're so caught up in accruing wealth, the mind doesn't get drawn to the moksha and to understand Narayani. Like the Narayani is the root, the source that we are from, and to honor that source and keep that connection with the source. Because it's like that when you're holding a kite with a rope, when it is rooted to the holder, then there is alignment. It can go so far, but that root holds us back in the path of righteousness, in the path of the dharma and dhanam, all that keeps us in that state of joy and bliss from which the fountain of it can come out. But if the rope is cut off, we are not connected to her, then it is ready to wander anywhere as the wind blows. So the mind goes anywhere as it pleases. Then there is no connection to the source, to the root, and it gets caught up in this quagmire of the Maya, not knowing the right and the wrong, and not knowing how to get out of it, the pain and sorrow and suffering and happiness. It keeps coming and going cyclically, and you have no clue where, what you are, what is happening. You're just caught up in the flow of it. It controls you. And here, Bhavadha, she takes you to the state of moksha, and she also showers you with the wealth. So she showers you with both. You can be enlightened, you can be with her, and you can be in abundance of all wealth. And that can happen only with the cosmic mother's grace, because she is the Shiva. She is all that is in the Maya. We see her as Maya Rupini. So everything in the Maya also she bestows, everything in the Shiva, the Brahman state, the salvation also she bestows. So it's best of both worlds, only she can give. Her 743rd name, Om Śreem Dāvanalaye namah swaha. Om Śreem Paparanya पापारण्यदवानलायै दवानलायै namah swaha namah swaha Om Śreem Om Śreem Paparanya Paparanya Davanalaye Davanalaye namah swaha namah swaha Om Śreem Paparanya-davanalaye namah swaha Om Śreem Paparanya-davanalaye namah swaha Om Śreem. Salutations to Sri Lalitha, who is the forest fire that burns all the jungles of sins. That is one interpretation. Or she reveals the actions that remove sin. So papa is sin, paparanya, aranyam is forest, the jungle. So paparanyam, we are like caught up in this quagmire of our karmas. So this quagmire of our karmas is the paparanyam. We are caught up in this jungle of our actions. We are attached to our actions, the fruits of our actions. And it's a mix of both here. The good we always want, the bad we want to let go of so we can be happy, which is our inherent nature. And we cannot because we are caught up in our the results of our karma, the papa ranya. We are caught up in this jungle of papam, the sins. Davanalaya, dava is that fire. So she is the fire that burns through the karma of all that we are caught up in. And does she just do it because she overrides karma? No, karma is the law in creation. There is an action and there is a reaction to it. It cannot be avoided. But through her grace, she can, as we will see, this names for this week's yagam is all about the action and the release from the wrongdoings that we do. And Amma was talking beautifully in this in volume Connect with the Divine, volume 5. Amma saying, if someone asked the divine for a boon saying, give me the happiest life ever, I don't want to ever experience any messiness or problems in my life, I just want to live my life with full happiness, then what would be the result if they were granted this boon? The result would be that because of this one person, everyone else will suffer. This is because if we do not face any pain or suffering, we will just say and do whatever comes to our mind. If we want to take something that we feel will make us happy, we will just take it. Because it is like that the kite that is cut off from the root, the holder who's holding it, it's just getting swayed in the wind as the wind takes it. We will just take it. If we want something that we feel it'll make us happy, we will just take it without worrying about whether it affects others or not. For example, if we want to play with some animal from the wild, we will just simply bring it from the jungle and put it in a cage and then enjoy looking at it. But the animal will actually be suffering. Therefore, if someone expects that their life should be filled with only happiness, it means that they will be causing harm to others. Another way to get happiness for ourselves is to achieve everything we want in life. This second type of happiness is also dangerous because if we achieve everything we want, we will surely create bad karma. We may have a vision of the things we want in our life, but achieving those things may create suffering for others. So, in our human lives, just as we think that good fortune is a blessing, we should also understand that problems are a blessing too. Behind these problems may be the big truth that the divine wants us to burn our karma in this life by facing these problems. And if we say that we don't want any problems in our life, then our karma will be carried into our next life, because karma will not just disappear. Karma is like salt. We need to pour water on the salt to make it dissolve. So every action comes with its mix of good and bad. And when we stay connected with the divine, with the source, then the pain, we can see it is part of the full process and let go. And the happiness, when it comes, we can take hold of it without becoming too attached to it. Finally, it is that viveka and the vairagya, that seeing the totality of things, the whole play of it. To get that vision itself is a great blessing. Otherwise, we are just caught up with what the mind feeds us, and we live by the mind. And when we live by the soul, then we are blessed to see with that eye, like you wear glasses to see different pink glass, green glass, red glass. So the color gives that hue. Living from the soul gives that vision, that color, to see life in totality, not just partially through the ego, the individualistic ego. So when we are accruing the paparanyam, we are caught up in this jungle of wrongs that we have done, knowingly or unknowingly, we don't know. Because our desires, we may want this, but in that process, we could do other harm. Like right now, as we are seeing in Mother Earth, humanity, prosperity has grown. We have taken so much from Mother Earth without giving back to Mother Earth the balance. So other life forms are affected, the Panchabhutas have been affected, the water, heat, fire, cycles are getting disrupted, and so many changes are happening, and so much of stress in the system of the homeostasis of Mother Earth, because we as humanity have taken so much to fulfill our desires, but without looking at the totality of it, and that has caused so much disruption in the environment, in that holistic system of the environment. Many forests, jungles, Amazon, other forests have been destroyed for various other needs and causes, and its repercussions are felt elsewhere now across the whole globe. We've fished the oceans, we've produced so much of toxins that we haven't processed but just released into the environment. We have fulfilled our needs to fulfill our desires for new products, new conveniences, comfort. We have grown in many ways in the comfort factor, materialistic factor, but at what cost? Have we taken care of it holistically to give back, to send the effluents that are detoxified, that the environment can handle without harming other life forms? Again, we are seeing it only from the human perspective. If we look at it as life form, then have we taken care of the whole life of Mother Earth, or have we just taken in just for our needs? And we know our answers when we go into seeking what's happening to the world. So knowingly or unknowingly, we are caught up in this jungle of the bad karma we have created, the paparanya davanalale. And what do? It's only she who can take us out of this quagmire. She can burn through all this. And how? The other meaning for this is, she reveals, how does she let us come out of this quagmire, this jungle of bad karma? She reveals the actions that remove the sin. So she does not overrule her law of karma. She doesn't say, oh, that's it, now let's go and reset button and everything becomes all right. The reset button is the ultimate dissolution. Here, it means that whatever we have done, she shows us ways that we can get the good karma. So we create the good karma that can offset the bad karma. So like right now, so many industries, everyone's talking green and less carbon emission and different things to caring about the environment. So she is the one who can reveal to us the actions that can offset or clear the paparanyam, the jungle of bad actions that we have created. She shows us the way to the good actions that can take us out of it. And if we continue, build up the punyaranya. So from the paparanya, from the sin of jungle, we can get into the abundance of the good karma, which again comes in her nama in this week. It is also said the dava, even though it doesn't mean devotion in this context, it can be seen as dhavanalaye. That devotion it's a gift, a blessing from her. And when we develop this devotion for the divine, that itself is like the fire that can burn through all the bad karma. So this devotion can bring up that life energy and we can receive what she gives to offset the bad karma, because this devotion connects, so it brings back that kite that is floating around back to her, anchoring in her. That devotion anchors us to her, the source, the creator, and from there it shows us through the right direction to do the right things, to get out of this jungle of bad actions that we have created. And to have that devotion is a great blessing, and we can receive that also only from her. The 744th name, Śreem parvata-dambhōlayē namah swaha. Śreem parvata-dambhōlayē namah swaha. Parvata-dambhōlayē namah swaha. Śreem parvata-dambhōlayē namah swaha. Śreem parvata-dambhōlayē namah swaha. Śreem. Salutations to Sri Lalitha, who is the gale, the hurricane, the gale blowing away misfortune like thistle down, like Vatulam is that gale that just comes, and it's likened to the heaviness of Bhagya. Bhagya is good, Bhagya is the bad, all that we misfortunes. It's not fortune, Bhagya is fortune, Bhagya is misfortune. So the Bhagya that is heavy, that is holding us down, weighing us down in misery and sufferings, she comes like a gale, and like thistle. We'd have seen many of the different pods when they burst. The seed is there, but they have this furry, down like feather, like light things that hold it, and then with the wind they float away. So they carry the seed for propagation that's happened in creation. But here it is being equated to like thistle. They call it the thistle seed has this down, that fluffy thing that carries it away, and like many other seeds we have seen. And she just lifts that heaviness of the dhaurbhagya, all the misfortunes, and they just get scattered and they become very light and float away through Vatulai. She is the gale that blows these away. She's like the fire that burns the paparanyam, the jungle of sins. She is the showering nectar, the showers of rain that puts out the wild fires of samsara that we are caught up in. And she's the gale that she lifts and lightens and sends, clears away all the misfortunes. So all that we can do, our actions, the wrong deeds, the sufferings, she does that. How? She does that also by giving us, blessing us this devotion for her. And when we are anchored to her with that devotion, she shows us the right path, the right way of doing things, so we can offset our wrong things. Like we've accrued a lot of debt in our bank or credit card, we need an income to offset it. And she shows us the way to offset these debts and loans and things we have created through our bad karma. So she shows us the way for the good karma. And her 745th name, Om Śreem Jaradvanta Ravi Prabhāyai namah swaha. Om Śreem Jaradvanta Raviprabhāyai 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 namah swaha. Om Śreem. Salutations to Sri Lalitha, who removes the gloom of old age by her effulgence. Jara is old age, and old age is associated with things shutting down, decay. So the youth is vibrant, the baby, the different stages of growth, and Jara is that old, weakened state. And Dvanta is that darkness, that gloom. Like we have, old age comes with all these poor health if we haven't spent the time and effort taking care of this body as we age. And then all the our taste, sight, hearing, all these are not to the mark anymore. So that is that gloom, that darkness that settles in. Old age is when we haven't taken care, and whatever karma, whatever our life is taking us through. And Ravi is sun, Prabha is that little sun's rays, that effulgence. She comes like the sun's rays to dispel the gloom of old age. There are several ways of looking at this. she removes the fear of old age. When the soul strength comes, when we are connected with the divine, our soul becomes stronger and stronger. And when the soul strength comes, you don't get fearful that easily. You have the soul strength to look at it, face it, and find solutions and move on and accept and do different things. So the mind is still calm and good. And those who have been in the path of devotion, who've been chanting, especially her mantras and the pujas, like Amma says, the whole power Shakti is in doing the pujas and the mantras, because those, if you look at old people who've been doing it as a routine every day, when they are older, how their mind is, how their body is, compared to those who have not been doing it so much, you can see a difference. Their soul strength is there. They're able to, the wisdom is there to face any difficulties, and the body strength is there, who have been eating well and doing all the pujas as well. So it removes, she gives the strength to clear the fear of old age. Another way of looking at it is, she gives that wisdom of the eternity of the soul. So as the old age comes, that soul sight is stronger. It sees that this soul is eternal. So this body is just on one journey. So that attachment to the body is not as strong. The attachment to the soul is more strong. So that the body is going through its changes. They're able to, that strength is there to see, okay, this is part of the process, it's okay, without going into a state of depression and gloom. That soul shines through. She gives that soul strength, that wisdom, that the soul is much more than the body. And this light that she shines is, again, when you connect with the divine shines through. It expresses through you. So that gives that courage and the strength to go through life beautifully and easily. So Jara Dvanta, that gloom of old age, she shines through when we are attached to her. So she clears the all the misfortunes like a gale. She showers her rains, showers of her Shakti, her rains, and puts out the fire of samsara. So taking us again back to her and clearing out through all the paparanya. We have seen like the axe, she cuts through the jungle of Bhavan, kuṭhārikāyai, one of her earlier names. So she cuts through the jungle of samsara and cuts through the jungle of our sins, our bad actions, and showing us the way out. Finally, to gain the wisdom to rise beyond the state of Maya, to gain that vision of seeing Maya, the clay and the pot. So when we see the pot, we are caught up in the Maya. When we see the clay in that, we are able to rise beyond the Maya into the source. And to get that vision, when we see life that way, it gives us that balanced state of seeing things, and as we take it in without getting too caught up and into the emotional entanglements of it, seeing with that wisdom gives us that dispassion and that soul strength, and still not go through life in a beautiful way when we are still connected with the soul, not in a very kind of state of apathy or just lack of life. That life energy will express itself through all this in that state. When she guides us through, when she shines her effulgence, then we are able to, that Ravi Prabha comes through, then the life force shines through in spite of all the other things around us. Her 746th name, Om Śreem Bhagyabdhi Chandrikāyai namah swaha. Om Śreem Bhagyabdhi Chandrikāyai Chandrikāyai namah swaha, namah swaha. Om Śreem, Om Śreem, Bhagyabdhi, Bhagyabdhi, Chandrikāyai, Chandrikāyai, namah swaha, namah swaha. Om Śreem Bhagyabdhi Chandrikāyai namah swaha. Om Śreem Bhagyabdhi Chandrikāyai namah swaha. Om Śreem. Salutations to Sri Lalitha, who is the moon that brings forth the tides of the ocean of good fortune. So we saw Bhagya, misfortune. Here Bhagya, the fortune and all that comes with the fortune. All the good fortune, the tidings, the good tidings. Like the moon when it comes, it pulls the tides in. Like that, she pulls all the good fortunes to us. She clears all the bad we saw that are caught up in the samsara, are being caught up in the bad karma, the paparanyam, and then all the daurbhagyam. She and the charadvanti, all the sadness, the gloom, the misfortunes as she clears. Like the sun, she shines. As the moon, she draws in the tides of all the good fortune. Like moon pulls in the ocean, she pulls in the tides of good fortunes for us to shower on us. And we saw she is Bhavada and Vasudha. So she is clearing all the negativities and the obstacles and the gloom and the sadness, misfortunes, and she's bringing the tides of the good fortune that we have accrued through good karma we have done in the past as well as in this life. Whatever the good we are doing, she is bringing that tide of good fortune to us, and she is taking us through this quagmire of samsara to the bhavan, to the state of Shiva, giving us the salvation and the moksha. She gives us the maya and she helps us to come out of it enriched in that whole process of living through all these different experiences, the opportunities we have had in our lives. So as we evolve through these experiences, our chitta grows, our refinement grows. Like the human life is so precious because to reach a human life, we must have gone through so many other life forms and experiences. So it is in our chitta, the memory of it, it is there. We have gone through so many experiences. That's why certain things come just instinctively without any logic, because it's coming through our experiential knowledge that is stored within us. And we've come to the sixth sense of evolution in the human state, whereas there are so many countless births that have one level of evolution, two level, that inheritance. Like when we saw that in the chakra system, as we evolve, each one is one sense of evolution experience. So we've gathered so much, and when we come to that state, we have a very enriched experience. We have evolved to that state that we can see far and wide. That darshan gives us that expansive view of creation and all that is happening. And with that, along with that, the inner wisdom that dawns, that she is the source, she is the root, and she's right here within us and within every life form and in the entirety of the creation. And when we connect with that, she showers all the good fortunes we have accrued. She brings them like a tide, bringing in the moon, bringing in the tide in. She brings in all the good things that we have done in our lives. And her 747th name so aptly is concluding for this week. Om Śreem Bhakta Chitta Keki Ghana Ghanaye namah swaha. Om Śreem Bhakta Chitta Keki Ghana Ghanaye Keki Ghana Ghanaye namah swaha. Om Śreem Bhakta Chitta Keki Ghana Ghanaye namah swaha. Om Śreem Bhakta Chitta Keki Ghana Ghanaye namah swaha. Om Śreem Bhakta Chitta Keki Ghana Ghanaye namah swaha. Om Śreem. Salutations to Sri Lalitha, who makes the minds of the devotees joyful, like the peacocks when they see the dark rain-laden heavy clouds. Bhakta Chitta, Bhakta, the devotee's Chittam, that conscious state of the Chitta. We saw the Chitta, that expanse of that consciousness. So the Bhakta's Chitta has grown in this path of devotion. Ghana is all these heavy dark clouds that are going to bring in that showers of rain. Keki is that peacock. Once it sees that clouds, it's so happy. It comes, it unfurls its feathers, and then it's ready to dance. It's like dancing in joy because it's going to rain. The rain clouds have come. So much joy, and that dance of the peacock, like that, she is the one. She makes the minds of the devotees, the chitta, you can say the heart, that conscious stream, that entirety space of that existence of this individual soul of each devotee. That consciousness is like in a state of bliss and joy, in a state of, in dance, in that joy. It's likened to the peacocks are seeing the dark clouds and they're coming out to rejoice and dance in that dark clouds that are going to bring rain. So she has cleared all the misfortunes and the sins and quagmire, caught up in the quagmire of samsara, and she's bringing in the tides of all the good fortunes, and she brings the devotee's mind to a state of bliss and joy. Om Namo Narayani. Let us chant and offer our chantings for the names for this week, the Sri Lalitha Mahayagam. Om Jnana-rūpāya vidmahi Shaktiyam Saya Dhimahi Tanno Shaktiyam Ma Prachodayāt. Om Sarvamangala-mangalye Shive Sarvartha-sadhike Sharanye Trayambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Om Śreem Śrīmatre namah swaha. Om Śreem Śrīmatre namah swaha. Om Śreem श्रीमात्रे नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं रम्भादिवन्दितायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं रम्भादिवन्दितायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं रम्भादिवन्दितायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं भवदावसुधावृष्ट्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं भवदावसुधावृष्ट्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं भवदावसुधावृष्ट्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं पापारण्यदवानलायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं पापारण्यदवानलायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं पापारण्यदवानलायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं दौर्भाग्यतूलवातूलायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं दौर्भाग्यतूलवातूलायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं दौर्भाग्यतूलवातूलायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं जराध्वान्तरविप्रभायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं जराध्वान्तरविप्रभायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं जराध्वान्तरविप्रभायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं भाग्याब्धिचन्द्रिकायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं भाग्याब्धिचन्द्रिकायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं भाग्याब्धिचन्द्रिकायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं भक्तचित्तकेकिघनाघनायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं भक्तचित्तकेकिघनाघनायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं भक्तचित्तकेकिघनाघनायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ नमो नारायणी नमः स्वाहा। ॐ नमो नारायणी नमः स्वाहा। ॐ नमो नारायणी नमः स्वाहा. Let us offer our chantings and our prayers to Sri Lalitha Narayani, seeking her grace, her blessings for all of us, all our loved ones, all of humanity, for all the sentient beings, the whole of Mother Earth and all the worlds, for all of Mother Nature, to bring us all to walk this path of spirituality, to gain this wisdom of karma, dharma, dhanam, become fit to receive this gift of devotion for the divine, from her, to connect with the divine, she within us, to connect with her, the divine within each other, to connect with her, the divine in the entirety of the creation, and to always be in the state of all the soul qualities of love, light, wisdom, deep peace, soul strength, atma balam, joy, laughter, bliss, abundance, generosity, honoring of all life forms, courage, humor, skills, health, strength, harmony, caring, sharing, all the soul qualities, purity, integrity, sincerity, all the qualities of the soul by the grace and blessings of Sri Lalitha Narayani, by the grace and blessings of Sri Shakti Amma Narayani. Om Namo Narayani. And special prayers for peace and love in the hearts and minds of all the beings. Om Namo Narayani. Are there any questions? Bhagya, can you unmute them if there are any questions to be asked or posted? If there are no
Thank you.
questions, we can end the session. Yes.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lakshmi. That was beautiful. Great
Thank
to connect again.
Om Namo Narayani.
Dr. Lakshmi, thank you so much. This is Christina.
Yes,
You
Krishna.
just listening to this today made my whole day. It uplifted me, and I want to thank you so much.
Om Namo Narayani. It's a great blessing to all of us to share, to talk about the divine, and it uplifts everyone.
Yes.
Thank you. Om Namo Narayani.
Thank you.
And if there are no questions, we can end the recording. Is there something?